Shut up, plant nerd.
Shut up, nerd.
Yeah, I busted out Tropic Thunder today.
Hot damn.
That was my. Yeah, the dude comes in. I'm like, hey, good morning. He's like, whatever. I'm like, yeah, when I get to feeling that way, there's a movie quote that always inspires me. It's my body might be shackled, my mind wanders free. He's like, yeah, that's true. And I said, hey, you know what else? You know what else you can do? If you get pissed off at work, you could just imagine a cow and rotate it 360 degrees in your brain. They can't stop you.
They can't stop you.
They can't do it. He's like, that's strangely insightful.
That is funny.
You tell him you're welcome at the end.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
No, that's all racist, Jerry.
Is the other guy fired yet?
I think that's Friar Day.
Oh, right before Easter.
Yeah, right before Easter.
Yep. He hath risen again.
Hopefully not.
Fired.
Into the unemployment line.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude sucks. He's even pissing off the Canadian and
What?
Yeah.
For what?
Is the Canadian
Yeah.
Is the Canadian a hockey player?
Nope.
Okay, well then, I mean, if he was if the Canadian was a hockey player, like an avid hockey player, I might understand. But as a regular civilian Canadian, that doesn't check out.
Right, like you're making him mad.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. Like I've also had this weird laryngitis for the last 2 weeks, ever since the fucking bloom happened, and I still can't hit my falsetto. Like if I try to do for what, it's for what? It's almost there. For what? Yeah, but 2 weeks ago, you may recall, I had nothing. Now I'm just the very top end of.
I think that was just last week.
Was that a week ago?
Yeah, it was just last week.
About a week
It was
ago.
just the other day.
Did you post the podcast?
Let's do
that. So no, you did not.
No.
It makes me laugh because I'll post the video and then I'm like, well, he hasn't posted the audio, so I'll just watch it on YouTube while I drive. I get impatient. And then I'll still listen to the audio version.
What? No way.
Well, I mean,
Right?
You get impatient?
Imagine that.
Doesn't make those are two things that just threw me off. A Canadian that's angry and Robin that's impatient.
Library history.
No sense.
Yeah.
I like that the history of the Red Arrow production videos is nothing but Caitlyn Clark videos.
Yeah, because I was trying to find stuff to talk about. I wanted to talk about that whole thing, but I was assuming you had no idea, so I would end up just telling you the whole thing.
I mean, I listen to Dan Patrick, so I mean, I know basically what's going on.
Yeah.
I know that Iowa lost, and the girl from LSU did the John Cena thing in her face, and it seems to me that the perspective is either you are racist or black in this argument.
Yeah.
So I don't really I don't care. I was one of the things that Dan was talking about today on Dan Patrick is he's like, I think a lot of people showed up at the Final Four and had some preconceived notions of what they thought women's basketball was nowadays. And he's like, anybody who's actually watched girls basketball at any level understands that these girls compete at a pretty vicious level, and trash talk is part of the game. And I think these people don't understand what they thought they were going to see, and all of a sudden they thought they were experts on women's college basketball because they went to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like you wanna talk shit on the court? That's what it's there for.
See, that's the difference. That's the difference. Caitlyn Clark did it during the game. The other chick did it after the game, after they won, when you can't respond and you can't retaliate. You can't do anything to shut her up.
Right.
The game's over, and now you're just being a cunt.
Yeah. No, I mean,
that's
should she have done it? Probably not. Do I care that she did it? Definitely not.
Yeah. So that was going to be my 2 cents. Trash talking, it happens in sports. I get it. Especially like you hit a 3 in someone's face and you're walking away and you do some sort of movement, right? You do some sort of trash talk. And so when I heard that she did that, I was like, oh, I don't really give a shit. I don't know what people's problem is. Like, she's talking trash during a sporting event. The video I saw was she turned and walked towards Caitlyn Clark,
right,
to make sure she did it in her face.
That's when the game.
Yeah, that's when I was just like, oh, yeah, that's kind of trashy.
Yeah,
because it's usually the trash talk is like, I'm moving away from you, like, haha, you suck.
Right.
That's basically what it is. This was, oh, hey, hold on a sec. Let me get up in here, you piece of shit.
Well, because it was after the game, it's not like she's going to get a technical.
Yeah.
Or any unsportsmanlike fouls or anything like that. No, she did it after the game, and that's where it becomes chicken shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't have a problem with her talking shit during the game.
No, absolutely not.
Nothing.
All for it.
Like, I saw somebody posted like 10 different examples of guys talking shit, but it was all examples during the play.
Yeah.
None of it was afterwards. And you see what happens when people get into that shit afterwards. They get LeGarrette Blunt punched.
Or shot.
Yeah. Like, that's the problem. I could give 2 shits if she wants to be black, white, green, purple. It doesn't fucking matter. But if you're going to talk shit, do it in the game.
Yeah.
And from my understanding, it's like people want to say like, oh, Caitlyn Clark did this, and did it in the game too. And I'm like, well, yeah, the way she did it though was more like Dame Lillard's bombs away celebration.
Right.
And there's like the thing that sucks the most is like she should have been celebrating with her team. And celebrating it, like I think it takes away from the overall moment. Like, you're a national champion, go be a national champion. I will say I think Caitlyn Clark has handled it really well since then. Like, in the interviews I've heard, she's like, yeah, you know what, whatever. It's basketball. Move on.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And so I think that's great. I'm not looking forward to the media circus that's going to surround this girl for the next 12 months.
What do you mean?
I think she's going to work into the Cowboys, Lakers, LeBron rotation.
And which one are you talking about?
Caitlyn Clark.
Okay.
Like, I think it's going to be like Caitlyn Clark had granola for breakfast.
I think she's more of the Sabrina Ionescu, like, big regionally. But like, we're gonna hear about when she does something. It'll be on SportsCenter, but I don't think it's gonna be to that level.
You don't think so?
I mean,
no.
Like, that was one of the first like women's basketball game that I've ever watched from tip off to the end.
Oh, see, we're talking about the.
I'm sorry.
Next game, we watched the game before that.
Yeah, the game before that. It was super entertaining. Caitlyn Clark is an incredible basketball player, but at the end of the day, like, women's basketball doesn't get the same coverage as other national sports. Like, she's gonna have her 15 minutes, and then they're gonna move on, and then next season's gonna happen. And if she has another fire season, if she comes back to college, or if
she can't. She's not eligible to go to the WNBA yet because she never redshirted a year, and so the rules are, it's kind of stupid. I think you have to be 4 years after you graduate high school or something like that, and so she didn't
redshirt
rules are really anything.
Similar to the NFL.
Oh, okay.
It's actually stiffer than the NFL's because you can join the NFL. Yeah, you can join the NFL. I think it's 2 seasons. You have to be in 2 seasons after you graduate high school.
That sounds right, because Manziel went in as a sophomore, right? Like he was a true sophomore.
Oh, he was a true sophomore?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
And that's when Pat Chung made it. Like he was still younger than everybody.
Yeah, Pat Chung graduated high school like 16.
Like he was first team all conference as a 17-year-old freshman. You know,
he
like,
was ridiculous.
The fuck? Or maybe it was a sophomore, but still.
Yeah, like he got to the NFL as like a 20-year-old 4-year starter.
Yeah.
That's why he had like an 11-year season or a career, I mean.
Season works.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, like I just the only thing I wanted to talk about was we watched that Final Four game, the South Carolina game, because I can't stand Dawn Staley. Like Dave, what did you say she looked like?
She looked like Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. She's gonna have to reach out there and take somebody's soul.
Yes.
Every chance
and then they
she got
fucking
angry.
played the Mortal Kombat song we were watching.
Your soul is mine.
Your brother's soul is mine.
But yeah, I can't stand South Carolina since she's went there, because she just has her maybe it's the resting bitch face thing that people complain about, but like she just looks like she's annoyed, and then when she talks she sounds annoyed. So there's nothing that comes out of her mouth to me that sounds positive for anybody that isn't on her team. Like, it's just she's the worst. Anyway, and I didn't like her because they were the team to beat when Oregon
that's what I was gonna say. Like they're like, oh no, we would have won the national championship. It's like, no, fuck you. We beat Team USA.
We beat the Olympic team.
The best team in the country, like professionals.
The best Oregon team in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got robbed.
We was robbed.
But that was the only thing I had to talk about. And then like we watched Caitlyn Clark. Would she have 41 or 40?
41.
Yeah.
41.
And she had 40 in the game before. And we're like, God damn. And then they fucking played the women's finals game at like 2:00 or something. Some stupid time. And I remembered that it was going to be earlier and turned it on. There's like 3 minutes left. I was like, what the fuck happened? Then I found out the refs happened, and that was stupid. So I guess I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Did you see the technical that she got called on her?
I did not. I do see it on the list of videos here, though.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like, Let's is really dumb.
Your history. Here you go. At the moment, Caitlyn Clark and Iowa. Caitlyn Clark addressed a technical for tossing the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah. The fuck?
That was the entire stadium except for LSU fans.
Yeah.
I've got the triangle of dadness right now.
Put it on the share screen. It's may as well put something on the pre-show since we're talking about this now.
Share the sound.
Here we go.
What was that wet zipper sound?
Hey, look, it's Brock Lesnar's son.
Reese and a foul called. If it's Sonano, it is her fourth. And it is number 4 on Monica Sonano.
So, like, when they show the replay, watch her eyes. You can see that she looks at where she's going to throw it. She looks to see if anybody's watching, but at the same time,
Reese getting low, putting her hand up. The weak side defender, Sonano, has to come over.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, here comes the pain.
Caitlyn Clark, which is also a person.
Yep, that's what I said. Okay, so
here's the replay. She grabs the ball.
On that.
And that's the technical. The fuck?
She.
Like, you're gonna do that in the national championship game?
Yeah, ball don't lie.
That's what I said too. Oh.
What is going on?
Yeah, ball really
Sound
don't
is
lie.
getting real weird.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. The live stream.
The sun's getting real low there, big guy.
That was odd.
What?
The sound was like all choppy.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, super weird. But anyway, yeah, that was pretty much the only thing. Oh, I guess we could talk about the guys Final Four.
We could. I got things to say about WrestleMania.
I watched more women's basketball during this March Madness than I did guys.
Oh wow. See, I can't say the same because I watched a lot of the first round.
Basketball, yeah.
First weekend.
I watched one women's basketball game and I didn't watch any of the men's.
Yeah, I watched. Did I watch the? I know. I watched parts. I watched parts of the FAU game, and I watched parts of the finals, but mostly I didn't care. Once
I figured out that I won. Once I found out that I won the whole thing,
you won.
I won it. I just decided that I didn't need to watch any more of it because I'm the winner and you all are losers.
Exactly.
Because I'm the greatest NCAA men's basketball mind in our group.
Oh, clearly. Yes, clearly. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who'd you pick to win?
Who did I pick? I think Xavier, I think I picked.
That's all right. Maybe. I picked Texas.
Yeah. Texas had a shot.
The Texas and Texas A&M playing in Texas, I think I let them go a little bit further than I should have.
Yeah. Right. Same.
Purely based on the fact that they got to play at home, basically.
Yeah. Samesies. I gave the big Texas nod, but I mean, UConn. I mean, it's every 5 years or so, UConn wins a national championship.
Right, which is it seems wild, but like they blew everybody out.
I was listening to some analysis on the team today, and they're like, so they were like 17-0 in non-conference play.
Yeah,
and they won by an average of like 17 points.
Yeah.
And like the only games that they lost were in the Big East, and that's because they're in the Big East. Nobody dominates the Big East.
Is the Big East pretty good?
The Big East is the best. Like they're pretty much back to being the best conference.
Okay.
And now there's a couple big time head coaches moving into the conference. Rick Pitino is going to Georgetown. No, not Georgetown. St. John's.
St. John's, yeah.
And the coach from Providence, who was really good, just went to Georgetown. So there's there's going to be a lot of big time talent in the Big East.
Is St. John's like pretty solid as far historically? Because I feel like okay. Well,
they're supposed to be.
They have up and down years.
Okay. So I totally based NCAA basketball on if I've heard them or not.
Yeah.
Like UConn winning. I'm surprised I didn't have UConn go further because I know who they are, right? Like because I know of UConn. You know, UConn historically has good basketball teams. It's like Kentucky. Like not Kentucky. Who am I thinking?
Yeah, Kentucky has good basketball.
Kentucky's usually pretty good.
Yeah, okay. How about Kansas?
It goes Kentucky, Kansas, North Carolina, and Duke. Those are the four.
Okay,
Blue Bloods.
They call the Blue Blood. Oh, they all got blue on their colors?
No. I mean, but yes, but
yeah.
No.
Okay, so why do they call them the Blue Bloods?
Well, do you know what the initial where blue blood came from?
They do not.
So initially, the term
the
blue
guy
blood,
at the Mail, the Mail guy in Myrtle Creek is one of them.
He's a blue skin. It's a little bit different.
Oh.
Blue bloods are like they were the ruling class, and because they never went outside, their skin was so pale you could see the veins. They're blue blood. And so that's why, if you well, I mean, they had it all, their entire body, like the
some green in here.
Yeah, the veinier and the bluer your blood was, apparently, the more you never went outside.
It's so veiny.
It's so salty and warm. But yeah, that was where the term blue bloods came from.
Okay.
So I sent you a trailer. We should watch it on here.
I haven't watched it yet. Did it.
I haven't watched it, and I forgot. And then I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to watch this.
If I shared the screen, you would see it's queued up.
Sweet.
Which trailer is that?
Your mom.
Blue Beetle.
My mom. Does it have Filipino food in it?
It might. It's called Blue Beetle.
I'm pretty sure he's Cuban.
Or Cuban Pete.
Puerto Rican.
We call him like Cuban Pete.
That's right. Cuban Pete.
And then next week, hopefully, I'll have watched 2 movies.
Which 2?
Mario and John Wick.
John Wick, yeah. Tomorrow, right?
4th one. I need to watch the 3rd one now.
Okay. I gotta check my schedule again and let you know what time I'm supposed to be out.
Of jail?
Okay.
No, I've got my dendrology class tomorrow.
Shul.
Yeah.
He has shul.
Studying the old trees.
Why are you studying trees?
Jake's studying trees.
I'm smoking trees.
Ooh. It's just part of my program. I'm doing flowers right now. I'm doing flowers and botany and dendrology. Flowers and trees, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well,
if you like flowers and trees and shit.
Right? I'm looking at them, and I look up at the professor. I'm like, I'm here so I can work with animals.
With what?
With animals. Why the fuck am I looking at this flower?
He's like, well, let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
No.
Yep.
All sciences.
Trying to think of what else is going on. Not a whole lot.
We can talk about WWE selling to Endeavor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. There's pay-per-view this weekend, but I haven't paid much attention to who's fighting. I think George Masvidal is fighting, which he's always fun. I like Street Jesus.
I like Street Jesus. It'd be nice to see him get back on the left-hand side of the column.
Right.
Fucking loses to everybody lately.
Well, he got into a fight in the lobby of a hotel today. I sent the video to Bales. The fight didn't get recorded, but the arguing did.
I want to see this.
Well, here, I'll find it real quick.
Hopefully he won that fight.
No, he took a knee to the face and went down.
No, he delivers the knee to the face usually.
He kneed a guy in the face and then somehow tapped out.
Yeah. There, I sent it to both of you. It's just like a short clip of him yelling with Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, that would actually be a good fight. Because Kevin Holland is the guy that talks shit all the time. Yeah, fight.
Twist his dick off.
Yeah.
The old dick twist.
Let me grab my water and then we can get off.
I don't understand anything he said.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
Because he didn't say anything.
I couldn't understand a word anyone said.
Exactly. It's just yelling.
I like the guy's like, I couldn't film the whole thing because security, but it got worse. I'm like, bro, like, get good then.
Yeah, I record all sorts of shit. They call me Cuban Pete. It's a sound of a rumba beat.
Boom chicka boom, boom chicka boom.
What movie is that, Dave?
The Mask.
Yeah.
Well done.
I almost said Beetlejuice, but that's a different
That's
what's the song that Winona Ryder dances to at the end?
It's no, you Henry Belafonte.
Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you.
Deo.
Yeah. He said the end though. Deo is like in the middle. It's the one where like they grab the face and like pull it down and
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you. That's a different song.
jump in the line, rock your
Rock
body
your
in
body
time.
in time.
Yeah, that's the one at the end.
Okay, I believe.
believe-
Okay, I
yeah.
believe you.
Okay, man.
Are you ready for a good ass show?
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Why does that make you laugh?
Pretty good.
I didn't even make it up.
Right?
All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And he's bouncing back and forth like Mrs. Foley's favorite baby boy.
Like a guy who bounces back and forth.
Like a guy who bounces back and forth. It's Dave.
Who the fuck is a Mr. Foley? Anyways, it's Robin.
This is
It's Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
mankind's mom.
Mankind.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, you goddamn right.
What you said at first and what you just said now. There we go.
He said it fast and you didn't hear it right. The guy that said it fast.
Also,
It's Jake.
Hey, it's me, it's JBT. Hey, yeah.
Hoop Snake Jake.
Hoop Snake,
Hoop Snake Jake.
The old Hoop Snake, back in the saddle again. One take Hoop Snake.
There it is.
I need to find.
I don't know why that made me think of a tapeworm. I'm like the tapeworm known as Jake.
Well, I'm now. Let's see. I'm imagining a cassette tape, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
It's got hoop snakes on the
There we
reels.
go.
The hoop snake, the one take hoop snake. It's on a cassette
So many things.
or reel to reel, because it's me,
So we're keeping it real.
the realist.
We're keeping
First-
it real to real.
First thing first, I'm the realist.
First
Keeping it
things
real to
first.
real is an early leader
Right,
for the name of
I'm
the
just writing it
episode.
down.
Write that down. That's also a good idea for a shirt.
I was also thinking that.
Keeping it real to real, my show.
That's a good one.
It's going on the list.
It's going on the list.
Exactly. What's up, boys?
Well, I'm mad at wrestling again.
Which part?
All of it.
Because they joined with the UFC.
Yep, mad. Well, I'm no longer mad about that. I decided that they could have my share.
I had an idea, or maybe not an idea, more of a question, Jake. How long before UFC really gets accused of fixing their fights?
Yep.
Well,
First thing that came to mind when I saw that.
I
news.
thought of it and I was like, I gotta ask Jake, but I'm gonna wait.
I've got a tinfoil hat theory.
Oh gosh.
I would love to bounce off you guys.
All right.
Once I get done talking about WrestleMania. First night was great. Everything was awesome. And also we need to go back to one night of WrestleMania. This shit's dumb. I
did see that's a 2-night thing.
Yeah, it started during COVID because they're like, oh, we have no reason not to. And yeah, so now it's like a whole week of WrestleMania. It's
They really try to put too much into it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Like they keep stretching it. They basically want 24 hours of WrestleMania. Don't.
And it's really, really frustrating. Like I was fortunate both days I watched. Like Saturday, one of the kid had a baseball game, so I watched it on tape delay, and I got to zip through the stuff I didn't care about. But then Sunday, what was I doing Sunday? I think I was at a baseball game. No, that's not true. Sunday I was doing your bowl. It's got to be your bowl. Sunday I was doing something else, and then I tuned in. I was like, oh yeah, this is happening, and I tuned in at the very end for the main event. Then I went back and watched. I watched basically the two matches I cared about, and by the time they got done with the entrances for the main event, I was there. So yeah, it was supposed to be the grand coronation of Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and didn't happen.
Oh,
just didn't happen.
What do you mean?
Well, it was all.
Did the match not happen?
No, the match happened.
Oh, okay.
And they swerved the audience, bro.
Oh.
But the real MVP, and I'll see if I can find a picture, is somebody threw a rubber chicken into the ring after Cody Rhodes lost, he's laying there like in the middle of the ring, and like somebody throws a fucking rubber chicken in there. Found it perfect.
That's awesome.
And like they wanted to go to this shot because like this is the picture you want. Like they set the camera here exactly for this moment.
Right.
And this is what they get. They get a
And
rubber
little
chicken.
did they know that
Little
fucking
did
rubber chicken guy was there.
Rubber Chicken Man is the hero we all, not the hero we deserve, but the hero we needed.
That is an awesome picture.
Like, doesn't like imagine like you can't be serious. You can't take this moment seriously,
Like,
no matter what's going on.
Imagine you're in the ring and you roll over and this is what you see in the ring with you. You're like, God damn it.
This is just a rubber chicken. Like you've been busting your ass for a half hour.
It would have been funnier if he had been like bleeding or something. So it's like super serious and then a rubber chicken.
A rubber chicken.
Like imagine somebody throws in a rubber chicken after the Mick Foley Undertaker match. Like Mick Foley's got his tooth sticking through his nose.
Rubber chicken
and then
bounces
somebody
off the side of his
tosses
head.
the rubber chicken, and you can just hear it.
Terry Funk steps on it. It's like,
oh my God. Did I tell you about buying Gabe a rubber chicken and having it mailed to his house?
No.
Oh, like last year, just one of the days he was being a dick. And part of the stuff that I had to do with him was like
narrow it down.
Right. He was trying to learn his address and he eventually knew it. Like he could memorize. He had it memorized. And
but so did you.
I also had it memorized because I had helped him go over it so many times. I'm like, you got it wrong. So one day I was like, God, this kid is annoying. You know, it'd be funny. Send him a rubber chicken in the mail. Just a rubber chicken. I should do that again. I should send him another one.
Keep doing
especially because now,
especially since I'm not there.
Yeah, now he has no way to like come back at you and be like, "You did it again."
Well, he would probably be confused because, or blame other people because he's not going to think of me.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Right, exactly. And the principal who was there isn't there. And so he's definitely going to think of other people that are still there if it happens again. I should do it.
You should do it.
It's like you put his name as a receiving.
Mm-hmm.
So now his parents think he's buying rubber chickens.
It's like every 2 weeks, just have a rubber chicken show up.
I should buy some of the mini ones and just mail them every week. Just a little.
What you should do. You should get just rubber chicken related things.
Ooh.
Rubber chicken mug.
Yeah,
rubber chicken related is also a good name for the episode.
It is. Just like rubber chicken keychains, like different colors of rubber chickens, like soundtracks of rubber chickens, like just make his parents think he has an unhealthy obsession with rubber chickens.
I just came up with an even better idea though. We mail things to the school in his name. Because then they're going to be like, "Oh, Gabe, you got a package." And then he's going to open it in front of people and he's be like, "The fuck is this?" Oh my God.
What could you send to the school?
A rubber chicken.
Oh yeah.
Rubber chicken paraphernalia.
Right? It's Riddle High School.
Do send the chickens to the
Riddle,
house
Oregon.
And then send
Just send it with a gift receipt from Amazon.
Keep sending the rubber chickens to his house and then send a rubber chicken to the school.
And then we write on the gift receipt, "Thanks for being so interested in rubber chickens."
Yeah. For the top rubber chicken connoisseur of Riddle.
Oh my God, I love this idea.
Create business cards, the Rubber Chicken Society of America.
Oh my God. We can go on one of those, like, make me a business. I can just make a fake business card.
From negativecorn.com.
That might be too much of a tell.
Yeah, all the clues are there.
Oh, he's not getting it. The only way he gets that is if someone tells him. He doesn't remember that.
Negativecorn.com.
Oh my gosh. I should
The old Shanghai reveal.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm just gonna have to remember that 37.
Wait, why can't we not say Shanghai reveal?
I'm not cutting it out. No, I'm cutting it and sending it to people.
Okay.
Like, hey, here's what's happening.
The Shanghai reveal.
Oh my god.
I have negative corn.
I have negative corn.
Man. Good times.
No, they weren't.
Great oldies.
I mean, they're good now because I'm done with it.
Yeah, we were both working jobs we hated.
God.
Like I was working the coffee shop and just like drifting in the forklift, and you were working with a spastic.
Well, by this time you were doing the job you're doing now.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah.
Like a year and a half ago. When the negative corn and all the I feel like negative corn happened when I was at the coffee shop.
I don't remember. I'll look. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out when
we'll go back into the archives available at fatfacts.info.
Oh wait, do I have the piece of paper here? I might even have his negative corn paper here.
The negative corn paper.
I know it's around because I saw it like not that long ago. All right, I don't have it. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. The negative corn paper. Dude, it's on that old school printer paper.
Oh, yeah, dot matrix paper.
Yes. I had to look, the math is there. Okay, 25% plus 25% plus 20. Oh my god. So what else happened in WrestleMania?
Nothing really important.
I saw Shane McMahon got hurt.
You see, the problem with watching things on Peacock is there's no like on-screen skip function, so you just kind of have to guess at what point you want to stop. And so I'm watching, and like I don't really want to see Snoop Dogg again. So like I'll just skip this part, and so I skipped that part, and that's apparently when Shane like blew out his knee or something.
I was saying he blew out his knees like his dad.
So what happened? What had happened was Shane and the Miz are wrestling. I only saw this part because it was on TikTok. Shane McMahon gets in the ring, starts wrestling the Miz. Bounce off the ropes and jumps, does the leapfrog, and they're like, "Oh my God, he still got it!" And then goes to jump again, and his leg's like, "Nope, no, you don't."
No, you don't.
And like he falls down, and the Miz is like, "Oh, what the fuck, man? What are you doing?" And then Snoop Dogg figures it out. It's like, "Oh shit, something's wrong." And then I can't remember if he hits the Miz or what, but basically ends up giving him an elbow drop.
Yeah, I was like, the world's slowest people's elbow. I saw the world's slowest people's elbow.
But it was also good that he did something. So
how old is Snoop now?
70.
But Snoop has worked in both AEW and WWE in like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, he's making his rounds. What was it? NHL 22. He's a guest commentator on it.
Dude, Snoop's everywhere. That's because he was so good at the commentary. Did you see that when Snoop was commentating on hockey?
I watched Snoop and Kevin Hart on pretty much every night on the Olympics. Like that was appointment viewing.
Shit. Yeah. Here, I found the video. I'll send it to you real quick, and then you can we can watch it.
We have a video to watch. We have 2 videos to watch.
Yeah. So, do you want to watch that other one first?
Yeah, let's watch. I've got it queued up here.
Okay, so we'll come back to Snoop. We're gonna watch a trailer that I wanted us to watch. I haven't watched it. I don't think Jake's watched it, and I don't think Dave's watched it.
I have definitely not watched this.
One of those DC movies that they decided to not cancel.
Oh, the Blue Beetle. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Dave.
We already said it. That's what it was.
Nice going, Dave. Fuck.
It's also on the screen.
All right. Yep. Well, here we go.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Excuse me, Mr. Reyes?
He
Finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
Everything right now feels so out of reach.
You always land on
What's
your
up?
feet, bro. You're Hyman.
They don't get out much.
I just want to rap.
Jenny?
God, I have no life, but do not open it. You went in to get us jobs, and all you brought back was a hamburger?
Okay, I don't think it's a burger.
You haven't looked?
What the hell is that?
That's a beetle.
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
Ah!
Was that George Lopez?
Yep. George Lopez with the mullet.
Hyman.
Oh.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Is this like Mexican Spider-Man?
Basically, yeah.
Ah.
But he can fly and
But he's
shoot
got
out of his hand.
an Iron Man suit.
Who said that? Okay, it's gonna be okay. Oh, I'm in space.
Re-entry systems ready.
Wait, no.
This ain't what you want.
So he's
This
got
ain't
the
what
yellow
you
jacket
want.
suit,
This
and
ain't what you
blue,
want.
It's Blue Jacket.
blue
What
jacket.
is going on?
I just want to rap.
It's called the Scarab. It's some kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host.
This ain't what you want.
Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
Kind of like Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I think I cut a bus in half.
And then the
Scarab
Matrix.
chose you, but it belongs to me.
Wait,
Hello, you feel for your family.
The bad guy's old lady.
Weak.
it's
Oh,
the
it's
old
Craven
lady
the
from
Hunter.
That's My Boy. Donnie, you remember?
Oh God, here we go. The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do with it.
George Lopez, you can't have a long ass goatee and a mullet and try to be have wisdom.
It's like Latin Mr. Miyagi.
Senor Miyagi.
Senor Miyagi.
Huh.
Whoa. It's like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
I just want to rap.
All right.
All right. Okay.
I
Apparently
mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Apparently, Batman's a fascist.
Yeah.
What he
I mean,
said.
George Lopez, he had to squeeze something in like that.
Jorge Lopez.
Huh.
And look,
See,
What?
I don't know. Like,
not that excited.
I get like who's the baddie? Like, who's the bad guy gonna be?
The government.
The grandma from That's My Boy. No, not the grandma.
Wasn't that Sigourney
grown
Weaver?
up. No,
Not
it
Sigourney
was.
Weaver.
God damn it! What is her name? She's the actual mom of the chick from That's My Boy that sleeps with Donnie, and she's in that movie too.
God, Donnie Baggett.
Yeah. Let's look up Blue Beetle because that's probably where we'll find it.
Yeah, it's probably
Beetle.
easiest.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle.
Because they'll be like, oh, here's the people. Susan Sarandon, that's her name.
Oh
Susan
yeah,
Sarandon.
Stone Cold Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, Susan Sarandon's she's the one in That's My Boy that's in prison. And then her actual daughter is the one that plays the chick that seduces young Donnie.
Stone Cold Susan Sarandon.
You should get shirts made of that.
What's the second one? Snoop Dogg. Oh, the Snoop Dogg People's Elbow. Okay, let me pull that up here.
Watch Snoop Dogg's lowest elbow.
Hold on.
It's
Still going. Is it slower than the old slow jerk?
It's slower than slow jerk.
Oh man.
He's gonna drop it like it's hot though.
He's dropping it like he doesn't want to let go of it.
Like it's stuck to his skin.
Dropping loads everywhere.
So just keep in mind, Dave. You remember the People's Elbow, right? The Rock hits one side, he hits the other side, he hits the elbow, right?
Mm.
This will take Snoop Dogg 1 entire minute to accomplish.
Is he stepping over him with his 9-layer gators?
And with his faces in some doo-doo, like squish.
It's doo-doo, baby.
All right, it's some time for some Snoop D-O double. Snoop Dio double WF.
What? Oh, goodness! My God! Miz is out! Miz is out cold in front of 81,000 people!
He's like, what do I do? What do I do?
I still think we have a match. I mean,
sing us some frosty music.
He's like, all right, well, I know what to do here.
I'm sure the match continues. This isn't okay. Snoop can do
What?
whatever he wants.
He doesn't have an elbow
Yes,
pad.
we are in Inglewood.
He threw off his glasses.
He's stoned to
I
shit.
think those glasses cost more than Mrs. Suit. The Godfather.
The bounce.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh my
Man.
God. That was amazing.
And he legit points the elbow down and drives it into his
Just
stomach.
straight smacking him.
Just hurt him. Let's see if I can see a little more
man.
extra. These are all just regular ass people.
Yeah, you could probably find Shane McMahon injury. You could probably find it that way. See what at least happened to him.
Here's the full match right here.
This is our WrestleMania. And when I said my bad, I didn't mean my bad. I meant my bad.
Here comes the money.
Money talk.
Here comes money. Right now, his knee's like, please don't. Please don't.
Right? No, he tore his quad.
Oh, it's a quad.
Yeah.
The old McMahon
Just like his
curse.
dad. Yep. Keep it in the family.
The old steroids made your muscles weak.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, this is going to take... Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Taking way too long. Ahead.
This is how I watched WrestleMania.
Let's go. Get positive.
Oh, they got some chick. She's going to be the ref.
No. I'm out here. You take care of what's in there. I'm out here.
Pretty sure Shane McMahon is wearing Fila's.
He always rocks Jordans. It's like custom Jordans for WrestleMania.
Oh.
Wow, watching Shane in like person, it's not good. Oh, yep, see him.
Right there on the landing. Oh.
He gone.
Kick him in the head.
Throw up the X. There it is.
Like imagine sitting
Wow.
backstage going, fuck.
Somebody do something.
Get somebody in here. Snoop's like, hey, I got this.
He's like, let me
Did you
do
hear
it.
that? You hear him say call an audible?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I heard it. That's what I think I heard.
Well, I mean, we're in the crowd. Somebody said it.
Right.
Hold on. I can't believe that, cuz. You knocked my homeboy out like that? Like that? That's what you gonna do?
Ooh, get fucking smacked. Yeah, and then back
Blows
into
people
the,
elbow.
I think I sent you Triple H. I didn't know they did press conferences like post game shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's so bizarre. They're like, hey, we're Real Sports. With Bryant
They're-
Gumbel? No, you're
they're-
not.
They're trying so hard, and that's... Oh, I've got Booker T's music playing in my ear right now.
Oh.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Sucker. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. I'm trying
Yeah.
to
Like
find
I know,
that
can you
real
dig
quick.
it is this thing, but in my head, whenever I think of
Oh.
Booker T, it's we're coming for you, Hogan.
Yeah, we're coming for you, sucker.
Yeah.
Sucker.
So you guys want to hear my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory?
Oh, yep.
Is this involving UFC and
And WWE and
WWE?
WrestleMania and Cody Rhodes?
Yep.
All of them together as one to conform one gigantic fuck salad.
Here
All right.
we
So
go.
you guys may or may not have heard that there's legislature and there's things happening to legalize sports gambling on wrestling.
Okay.
Have you heard? Have you seen this? Have you read about this?
We've mentioned it, but
Yeah.
I don't know much about it.
So they're essentially trying to legalize gambling on wrestling, and what they're saying is that they would keep it unknown up until like the last couple hours before the match were to happen, where they would let people know, hey, this is happening, which isn't going to work, because if you think that you're going to tell Dwayne The Rock Johnson 2 hours before he goes into the ring, oh, by the way, you're going to lose tonight, it's not going to work. That's not how wrestling works. What I think happened is, going into tonight, there were the odds for WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns was plus 230. I think that they used WrestleMania as an opportunity to show DraftKings what a lucrative endeavor, so to speak, it would be to get WWE on board as a gambling partner, and because of all the people who would have lost money betting on Cody Rhodes to win the championship. And so then the next day, or 2 days later, Endeavor buys WWE. So what I think happened is, I think the fix was in. I think that, well, so to speak, again, because I mean, it's wrestling, it's predetermined. But I think that they decided to say, oh, well, Roman won, which means Vegas, you would have won. So I think they're trying to pitch it to Vegas by saying, look at how badly we can fleece these fucking people.
Yeah, you got to be really like special to bet on wrestling, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Next week or tomorrow, let's get an over/under on John Wick kills.
Yeah,
we're gonna start betting on movies.
I think a better option would be like if you put gambling odds on Saturday Night Live, things that happen on there, because it's still live, but it is also scripted, right? Like I feel like you're in the same realm, but because they're athletic in what they do, they're like, oh, but we should bet on this. I don't know.
I don't.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I don't even like betting on sports when I think there's a chance that they're not fixed. Like, I still think like I'm not betting on sports. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Is it? No, winning is fun.
Winning is fun.
I can go to the casino and do that. I don't need to. I don't want to mix my sports and gambling.
Well, the thing for me is, I like to gamble on games I wouldn't otherwise watch.
Yeah.
So then it's like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching Kansas State and Georgia Southern. Why? I'm like, because I got Kansas State minus 11.5.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't know if I could. I get why you do it. My brain won't let me do it.
I think it also, I mean, at the end of the season, I've watched a lot more football just because I've, been interested and watched games that I wouldn't otherwise watch.
Yeah. See, and I think I'm more likely to just watch. I'll just put on football all day if we have an away game. Like, I'll watch all of them.
See, I'll watch all of them, but I'll put on, like, I'll make a decision, like, if there's games I want to watch, unless there's something obvious, like if there's a big game, I'll watch the big game. But if it's like, if it's a bye week, let's say it's a bye week, and it's just regular week 4 of college football, and there's just games on, like you, I'll just put games on.
Yeah.
But if there's a game on at 10 a.m. that I have money on, and there's a game on at 10 a.m. that I don't have money on, my focus is gonna be on the game at 10 that I have money on.
Well, that makes sense. I tend to go.
That's how I decide what I'm watching mostly.
Mine, I tend to go with, is there a chance we're going to play them at some point?
That factors in.
That's my biggest one. So I start with conference games, and then like in the morning, everything before noon, it's like, okay, well, who haven't I seen? And then I try to pick out teams I haven't seen, or if they have somebody I want to watch play, then I watch them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of factors in how I decide which college football games to watch, but gambling definitely contributes to my interest level in the games I'm watching.
Yeah. How much have you been paying attention to the NBA?
Like, I know enough that I think that the Lakers are going to win it.
Think so?
Yeah.
How many games are left?
6?
Many, not many.
Many, not many.
6 is not many. I think
So,
there's.
Before I asked that, I was looking. Most of the teams have 2 games left.
Okay.
Already?
I didn't realize we were
Jesus.
that close to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I knew that we were close. I didn't know I thought we were like a week away.
Part of it for me is that now I don't have TNT, and that's where I would watch all my basketball because I can't stand watching basketball on ESPN. The commentators suck.
They're real bad.
And I don't understand it because ESPN is the worldwide leader in sports.
It's like the same reason the Roman Empire fell. Quality control.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's pasteurized. Everything is. This is how we do it. This is the ESPN way, and there's no.
ESPN has definitely pushed having female commentators, and not that women can't do anything that men can do, but I don't typically like the stuff they say or the way they speak. In basketball,
Doris Burke is like the exception. Is the classic exception that proves the rule in this case. Like Doris Burke is a pimp.
She's good.
Yeah.
Reggie Miller's sister, her first
name,
Cheryl Miller. She's a
better
fucking
last
pimp.
name's Miller.
Yeah. She's
the only person alive that scored 100 points in a game. She's not, but I mean, like, she's the only one I know of.
Yeah.
I know that
she's the only one anyone knows of, really. I mean,
there's that
one girl did it like a couple years ago, right?
Probably. There was a kid in college that had 130, and it was like he had 30 some threes made in a game.
And that was the last time you ever heard of him.
I don't even remember his name.
I don't even remember what school he played for.
It wasn't.
No idea. It was a Division 3. It was a Division 3 school, but
the Mustangs.
Maybe it's probably the Bulldogs because everybody's the Bulldogs.
Did you know that DeVry University used to have a basketball team?
I did not.
The online school? Did they Zoom their games?
No, they are actually they contribute to history because they scored the highest scoring game in NCAA history, DeVry versus Troy State. The final score was 258 to 141.
I think I've heard that before.
Like there's a whole video about it that I would say it's like a 20-minute video about this game.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty insane to think about and when you think about the sheer pace that both these teams had to play at to score this many points, and when you're down by 100 to continue at that pace is just absolutely absurd.
Or when you're up by 100 to continue at that pace.
It's like both of these teams. It's like both these teams had the goal to score as many points as possible.
They're like, hey, nobody play defense on either side. We're just shooting open.
400.
If you miss a shot, the other team gets it. You have to throw it down to them.
Who put cocaine in the Gatorade?
Cocaine basketball.
Cocainerade.
Yeah.
Jinx, you owe each other some coke.
All right.
Yes.
Deal. We'll be our own cocaine bears.
Cocaine.
That's
cocaine. Dave's a cocaine
weird.
bear.
No, that's gay.
That has a different meaning for David.
Yeah. You've been called the bear a time or two.
Oh. Like a sun bear because of the Asianness?
Yellow bear.
Yellow bear.
What's up, Panda? I mean, you guys called. Who is it? You guys called me fucking Poe for a while.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
No,
didn't you have a panda hoodie too?
Yeah. Oh, so not when you guys called me Poe. The first time I lived in Albany, I went to a Christmas or a Halloween party, and I dressed up I bought a white hoodie.
You had it in Warden Corvallis. Yeah.
Did I? I feel like I need to get another one. That just needs to be my
get another one.
My thing from now on. Just dress up as a panda for Halloween.
It's sexual harassment panda.
Yeah. I got that down pat.
Hey, did you know they're making a Community movie?
I'd heard that.
6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah. Childish Gambino. Donald Glover confirms his involvement in the Community movie.
Dong Lover?
Dong Lover?
Dong Lover.
No!
I feel like that's an 80s thing. Jake, have you started watching Mandalorian yet?
It's a gay porn star's name.
Oh, I keep forgetting. I heard it got canceled.
Nope, they didn't do that. They're making money. They don't like canceling things they make money with.
They don't like canceling things they lose money with too sometimes.
Right. So there's rumor that this weekend, I think they're doing like a Star Wars celebration, and that they may announce an episode 10 is going to happen. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah. You're just going to do a standalone episode?
No, if they do 10, they're doing 11 and 12.
11 and 12. Okay. I was going to say if they're trying to just sell a standalone, like make a standalone movie about a Jedi that survives Order 66 that we want to see.
Dave Beaverton.
You mean like Obi-Wan?
Well, they made the show. Doesn't a Plo Koon survive?
A raccoon?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rocket.
I don't know who that is.
Plo Koon. He's a Jedi.
Oh, is he from the cartoons?
That might have been the cartoon. He might have been a cartoon thing.
Oh, see, I never watched any of the cartoons.
Yeah, when I first got Disney Plus, I binged all of the cartoons.
Ooh. Yeah. Maybe I should do that. Oh, I did watch.
Did you watch some of the Rebels one?
I'd started it. I watched
Rebels
an episode.
Good.
Yeah. I will admit it is. I did have to force myself a few times.
Yeah.
Just because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And like we all know, Star Wars was made for kids, but the cartoons are very much made for younger kids.
Right.
So it's like I had to force myself a few times. But really, it's a pretty solid. Like Clone Wars. That's a pretty solid series.
Mm-hmm.
Rebels was good. The newer one, I didn't enjoy it so much.
The Bad Batch.
No, not Bad Batch. It's it has Cassian Andor, not Cassian.
The Jedi Stories.
No, I gotta look it up now because I can't remember what it's called.
Because those are all things that they've made lots of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
I saw a question the other day. It said, "What's the best spaceship shape, like overall? Like, what's the best shape for a spaceship?" And I thought about it for a while, and I'll give you my answer. Like, you guys can think about it for a minute.
Okay.
I think that it's the Borg from Star Trek, because they're like, there's no aerodynamics in space. Fuck that. Make a cube.
Oh, the cube. Yeah.
I went the opposite. I was gonna say Death Star.
That's no moon.
Yeah.
I pick a giant cube. You pick a giant ball. That's if you rub
a
cube long enough, it'll be a ball.
Exactly.
I did start Next Generation again. Started watching it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
How did you get through that first episode? That thing is brutal.
Oh, with Q?
Yeah, the double episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one. The very first episode of Star Trek Next Generation is an hour and 40 minutes long.
Oh.
And it's with the Q, which is like, I absolutely hate him as a character. Like, he plays that character great. He's so annoying and pompous and like exactly what he needs to be.
Like Mr. Perfect?
But minus the everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I got through it. I mostly started watching it because I picked up started watching Picard again, the last season of Picard. And Picard is nothing but a nostalgia bomb to my face over and over again. Just because I watched Next Generation so much with my dad and my little brother when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and give Next Generation like a chance again. Because I had started a few times, but like you said, that first episode, it's so long and it's just drags on.
So boring. Yeah. And it changed. It's like halfway through the episode, the plot completely changes, and it's like a completely different episode. I remember like right when I started smoking pot, like I sat down, I did the same thing. Like my housemate was out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get super baked, and I'm gonna watch TNG. Here we go. I sit down and I'm like, all right, They're on a planet. They're in court. This is the space court. Okay. All right. They did something shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah, they did something they shouldn't have done, but they didn't do it. Just humanity's historical,
like, the precedent set by, like, humanity's fucked up so many times is definitely these guys' fault.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then an hour later, they're like, all right, so what do we do about it?
Right. I do enjoy how Next Generation follows that the schematic of, we're going to show you something at the beginning of the episode, but it has nothing to do with the episode actually. Like, hey, here's a wedding that's going to go on. Ooh, what's going to happen to this wedding? Nothing happens to this wedding. A bombing over here happens.
Like, oh my God, the wedding, everyone stop the wedding. What? There was a bombing on another planet.
Right? like it's like I've watched like 2 or 3 episodes and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that it follows this track. Like, so, okay, so never expect whatever's happening in the first 5 minutes to be what it's actually about. Yeah,
does not matter.
Nothing matters.
The difference between, in my opinion, the original Star Trek and Star Trek: The Next Generation is, like, Star Trek is like Batman, Adam West Batman. It's just pure, like, unadulterated nonsense and fun and adventure. Whereas, like, I feel like TNG is like a space political show almost.
Oh, absolutely.
Or it's like everything is just this, like, all right, well, let's go and let's be diplomatic about this and let's sit. It's like the West Wing in space.
Yeah. Well, and it's and watching it now as an adult with my own political ideas in my head, like, there's parts where and I remember this episode as a kid because my dad was like, that's stupid. But there's a part where they're like, hey, can you bring us our animals we want to eat? And they're like, oh, sorry, we were confused because we no longer enslave animals for the consumption of their meat.
Yeah, and go to hell.
I remember seeing that episode with my dad and him being like, that's stupid. I don't know if I want to watch this anymore.
My grandpa had a quicker trigger on the show. Like, my dad's told this story, like I'm telling it secondhand, but my grandpa apparently big time Star Trek fan, like original Star Trek. And when they came on and said to boldly go and where no one has gone before, he's like, well, and so that's it for this show, and just moved on. Like, that's as far as he. I was
that's
like,
awesome.
All right, well.
I remember when they changed that too. It was such a big thing. They're like, oh, not man.
Right. Oh. Well, that first episode too. They're walking around the ship, and a dude walks by. Do you remember the dress uniforms? Not like
yes.
But like it's an actual dress.
Yeah.
Like a short skirt. Dude walks by wearing one, and I was like, whoa, what's up, 1987? Like, I guess you're in the future. This is 2023 calling back.
Like, hey, want to let you know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's real.
You know, I mean, to be fair, like, dudes in skirts happened because people wouldn't let us wear shorts in school.
Right. And that was, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, okay, well, we'll wear skirts then. Oh, these are actually super comfortable. Fuck.
My balls can breathe.
My balls can breathe.
My balls was hot.
My balls. I heard a comedian. I don't remember who it is. I don't know who it is. So if you're listening, and I'm telling your joke. I thought it was funny enough to retell.
This was your joke.
This was your joke. He said, he's like, I was looking for a pair of new underwear. I'm an adult, was trying to get some sexy underwear for, my lady friend. And I thought, maybe bring the briefs back, maybe show her what I've got. And, and I while I was doing this, I was trying to think practically. Like, I'm not a through the front hole guy. Like, I just go over the top. I don't need all this extra folds in the front for my business. And I put them on, and what I realized I had done was I bought a pair of panties.
Oh,
I saw that. I saw that, Jim.
Yeah. It's like but I've never been held so comfortably. Like I feel great in these things. That's like
that was so every deployment I'd call them my deployment underwear.
Yeah.
And there were always those Euro cut briefs, like the very thin fabric, like not like Speedo.
It looks like a wrestling.
Yeah.
Like what wrestlers would wear. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not the singlet. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd always buy a pair of those. That's what it reminds me of, because they didn't have the hole in the front.
Right. Yeah.
They weren't panties. At least I'm not sure, because I bought them a lot of times in foreign countries and I couldn't read what the packaging said.
You didn't know if that M meant mujeres. That's Spanish for girls.
Yeah.
For our monolingual audience out there. And we're big in the Spanish community.
English again.
Well,
English,
good.
Please.
I'm glad.
We're big in the Latin community. I'm your papi.
Viva la raza!
Viva la raza! Cornholio and.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Oh yeah, mine's right over there.
3 nights ago we had chorizo tacos for breakfast, and then the next morning we had birria tacos for breakfast.
What is birria?
Not really sure. It's just the way the meat's cooked. My mom made it, so
okay.
Couldn't tell you. I could bring you some.
Please do.
And then the next day she made enchiladas, and my dad opens the fridge, looks at it, and looks at me and goes, "Well, I guess we're Mexicans now." Because in between meals they snacked on salsa, guacamole, and tortilla chips.
Makes sense.
My dad's just like, "Well, all right, I guess I'm getting rid of my cowboy hat and buying a sombrero."
Dude, my dad made dinner at their house tonight. I told Dave because he's over here, but I go over there and it's spaghetti, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I like spaghetti." I go look at it and there's like no sauce on it, but the pan is full of noodles. Like it's one of those big, like few quarts. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just not worry about it. Grayson gets his and he's like, "There's no sauce." And my dad goes, "Because I've made too many noodles." And I was like, "And you couldn't get more sauce?
Or just
not use them all?
The noodles?"
Nope. We're eating this shit. And he's too fucking stubborn to fix it because he made it and it's fine. Eat it or go hungry. And I was like,
"Go hungry, dog."
I don't care.
I'll go down to Figaro's.
You know my favorite thing to do when I make too many noodles?
Yeah.
Is I just take some garlic and I mince it and then melt some butter.
Yeah.
And then I just pour it over the extra noodles and it's its own sauce.
And that would be fine too.
Butter garlic noodles, like fuck.
I thought about that.
An 8-year-old, like that's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then I throw some chicken nuggets in there and fucking boom.
Chicken nuggets.
With the chicken nuggets.
But only the dinosaur shaped ones. All right, let's be real here.
Oh man.
Yeah, the other day I had a lot of chicken fingers. I must have had like 4 chicken hands.
How many chicken fingers you want? Bring me 2 hands.
Bring me 2 hands.
But I'm Filipino, so I'd be like, "Give me the feet."
Doesn't Burger King sell the chicken? Oh no, those are chicken fries.
Chicken fries are legit. Though.
They're really thin.
But they're fries.
Yeah, they're shaped like fries. It's genius.
Yep.
But they really missed their call. They could have called them fingers and then sold them by the hand.
Sold them by the hands.
Make a little cardboard box that they insert the.
Like each one. So yeah.
Each one, so you got 5.
And you put your sauce in the middle.
Oh, it's perfect. Hey, Burger King, get at us.
You're fucking up. We got ideas.
Burger King.
We're fucking in, you're fucking out. Let's go.
Right? Mm-hmm. Dude, I watched
RC Glow.
I watched The White Lotus, that show. Have you heard of that show? Mm-hmm. It's on HBO. Only reason I know about it is because I have HBO, and every time it comes out, it's like the first thing that pops up every time they have a season. They've only got 2 seasons.
I feel like there's not enough Asians in that show for it to be called The White Lotus, but that's just me.
I don't.
It's the White Lotus.
There's a few. Yeah, it's not the Yellow Lotus.
Oh, crouching lotus, hidden pollen.
Something like that.
Crouching white guy, hidden wire.
I've been wanting to start it, and I've started it multiple times, and every time I'm like, this is so boring, and so it's like, all right, I got nothing to do, and so I started watching it, and I finished the first season today, and I'm on the 6th episode, and I was like, okay, it took 6 episodes for this thing to fucking get interesting. Guess how many episodes are in the first season?
6.
6. Not many.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? It takes you a whole season to have something interesting. Like, it's just, it's one of those shows, and I started to think about who it was popular with. It's all old people. And now that I've seen the whole thing, I get why they would like it.
Because it's like Jag.
It's so slow, and nothing happens for most of the time. It's just boring. But I'm gonna watch.
That's kind of how I felt about the girl with the dragon tattoo. Maybe I just need to see it again. But like, I feel like when I watched that movie, I don't feel like anything happened.
You're not missing. No, you're not wrong. Like, it's very.
You have to watch this. You have to watch the second movie to get the first movie.
Like, I remember watching.
I'm like,
one
called?
The girl who kicked the hornet's nest. I pulled that out of nowhere. Yeah, but like I remember watching it, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, so nothing's happening. She's tattooing a guy.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening. The movie's over.
That's pretty much it.
They probably because it was a book first, right? So they're like, we want to make this movie, but make it feel like you're reading a book.
That makes sense.
I mean, I've seen a lot of movies with subtitles, but that's ridiculous.
It's very slow. Did you see they're making a Harry Potter TV show? Speaking of books, I think Dave was. What did you say about it?
So the heading said they're making the Harry Potter show, and every season will be based on one of the books. And I screamed at my phone, "They already did the movies!"
Yep.
Every movie is based off one book. What are you going to stretch out?
The butthole?
Mom.
Oh, same idea.
But it's also HBO, so I want to know, is it Harry? Which one of the main characters is going to be gay, and which one's now black?
Hermione's going to be black.
Yeah, Hermione's black. And no. Harry and Ron are gay now. Yep. They're the love interest.
What about the twins?
Ron is a chick.
What about the twins? Weren't there twins? Can they be gay? Can they be gay together?
Probably.
No, they're going to be 2 Indian trans twins.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep, that's what they're going to be.
It'll be interesting to see what they mess up. But so in the play,
trans twins.
In the play, the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, they had the actress who played Hermione be black, and the whole reason that they did that was because in the first Harry Potter book, it doesn't say that Hermione is white. It just says that she has curly hair. And so they're like, well, black people have curly hair.
And only black people have curly hair.
Right. And so that's what they went from.
Which is fine. Whatever, who cares?
It's interesting to see the things that people get mad about, though. Because people got mad about that. And I was like, do you really care that much?
It's the same people that got mad are getting mad that Ariel's black. Who cares? Like, she's half fish, dog.
Fictional characters.
Characters. Don't ruin my nostalgia. I've been jerking off to a redhead Ariel my whole life.
Well, you still got that cartoon, bud.
Valid.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. That's what it really comes down to. People are mad that their fetishes are getting ruined.
Yeah. I love that they still had her be a redhead, though.
That's, hey, me too. We all love that.
Yeah.
Have you seen Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, though?
Sebastian looks like garbage.
Does he?
Melissa McCarthy as Ursula is a really good casting job. I haven't seen it yet, but I really like that.
She said, she's got the laugh. She's kind of good.
I don't usually like Melissa McCarthy, but I think she's like, it's like Amy Poehler as Leslie Knope. I think that she's like perfect for the role.
Yeah.
I don't typically like Amy Poehler. Like, I think she's really funny in Blades of Glory, and she's really funny in Parks and Rec, but I don't really like her on like SNL or other things.
When her and Tina Fey did the Oscars,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that funny.
I think if she's attached to Tina Fey, I don't find her funny. I think Tina Fey is really the key to the situation here.
Yeah. I did see a good movie the other day with Tina Fey though, and it's an older movie, and it's got like a banger cast actually.
What was it?
Bang Bros.
It's what's the name of the movie? I always do this.
Is it the?
It's the one where they're Jewish. Her dad dies, and they have to do Shiva.
The Sisters? No.
No.
What is that movie? I just watched one with her too, with the two of them, and it was. I don't remember the name of that one either. It was like Due Date or something.
Oh, This Is Where I Leave You. It's an old movie. I was hanging out with mom and watched it with her in 2014.
Okay.
But I watched that, just speaking of Tina Fey, but that was a good movie. That cast in that movie, Jason Bateman, who's always funny.
Right.
Jane Fonda, Adam Driver's in it.
Okay.
Corey Stoll.
Adam Driver, my new favorite actor.
Oh, I watched that movie. I've seen that. That's a good movie.
Catherine Hahn, Connie Brighton. Connie Brighton is a thing for her.
Thought it was
Timothy Olyphant, Dax Shepard. Like it's got Ben Schwartz is in it.
What's this girl you got a thing for, Dave?
Connie Brighton.
Britain. I thought it was
Britain.
She's in White Lotus.
I bet she is.
I watched Baby Mama with them in it the other day. Have you seen that one? Let's see if I can get this to no, there we go.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's the one. So Tina Fey thinks she's too old to have yep, that's her. Tina Fey thinks she's too old to have a kid, and so she hires Amy Poehler to be her surrogate.
An equally as old woman.
Right. Yeah.
That's very good.
It's very good. Wait, Dax Shepard's in that one too.
Well, we got troops. We got acting troops all over again.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it did feel like there for a while that troops were trying to really make a comeback.
Well, it's just like Quentin Tarantino works with the same 11 people.
Mm.
Like
I saw
Samuel L.
something
Jackson.
about him making his last movie too.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Oh. All right.
Well, because you've heard. Well, we're almost done. Hold your pee.
Hold your pee, Dave. God damn it.
We're almost done. You can hold your pee.
I can hold it.
Exactly.
I'm a grown up.
Jeez.
Dave,
Oh God.
Act like it's the third quarter.
No,
third
but
quarter. I'm drunk. I'm gonna piss myself.
Quentin Tarantino has said that he's making his 10th movie, but I've seen two different things of what it's going to be about, so I don't know which one. So what it's going to be.
Quentin Tarantino says, "I'm only making 10 movies, and I'm starting my 10th movie, and it's going to be a 4-parter."
Yeah, I could see that.
My 10th movie is a 4-part movie, a 10-part movie
that goes across decades of time.
Yeah,
it'll be one amazingly long story.
It'll just be Sam Jackson as he ages.
I've had this feeling for a while that he kind of regrets saying that he was only going to make 10 movies.
Yeah.
Because just from interviews, you could tell he was like trying to figure out what his 9th and 10th movie was. And then when he did his 9th, he was like, well, shit, I only got one left. What am I going to do?
Yeah. But also, who's going to be like, hey, your 11th movie? I'm not watching it. You said you're only going to make 10.
No, but he's doing the 10 though for artistic reasons.
I want to see the movie, the sequel to Pulp Fiction, which is just Jules, who has been wandering the earth for the past 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And just what he's been doing and what he gets into as a former mob hitman, basically, mm-hmm. and now a guy who just wanders the earth as a man of peace. And what trouble begets a man of peace as he walks through the valley of darkness.
I think we've watched that movie. It's called The Equalizer.
It's called John Wick. Well, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world. They're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking us out on the YouTubes. Make sure you're checking out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com. And make sure you're checking out badfacts.info. For
Backfats.info.
Shut the fuck up, Nate. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Yeah.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.